This is the first of a sequence of short videos, or if you're just listening to them, you could call them podcasts, where we are going to talk about topics or questions that are usually asked by my audience during presentations or after short speeches about heartful transformations with the art of tapping. Before we start with today's topic of not feeling loved, let me quickly introduce myself.
Hi, it's Monica, your intuitive trauma transformation coach, who helps you face and successfully navigate through the storms of life, guiding you through a most powerful self-healing process and teaching you all the mindfulness tools you need to embark on your journey to your core self and create the life you've always envisioned.
Actually, this incident happened when I was in a supermarket, standing in line for the cashier, when I heard two women talking to each other in one of the next lines. I couldn't see them, but just hearing the tremble in her voice, one of them seemed to be highly anxious. She asked her friend, "Am I that bad of a person? If I just think about what happened today, I'm almost crying again." I tried to call my mom to tell her about my best friend's passing, but she hung up on me. Why didn't she even try talking to me? I have to apologize to her. I guess she stopped loving me. Oh, how I wished to have a mom who loved me. Before it was my turn, the ladies had already left the store. So there's definitely a belief involved that stems from traumatic childhood experience. Maybe whenever that little girl misbehaved, at least one of the parents would give her the silent treatment, which often consists of a bad look, ignoring the child, not making eye contact anymore, and totally refusing to speak as a punishment, which in the end is emotional abuse. So now the girl had early on adopted the belief, when a person doesn't talk to me, I must have behaved very badly and I have to apologize. For the mom to hang up, she must be pretty overwhelmed with her own problems. I often see it in the family constellation work when a parent can't see his or her partner or children. The representative for the parent often looks in a different direction, has their back toward the children, or stares at the floor. Family burdens are often carried over many generations and often show up in different forms, or they skip one generation. I would also immediately work on the belief and invalidate it with the help of, for example, EFT tapping, inner child work, and metaphors. Then I would explain that we use too much of our energy trying to make sense of other people's actions, because it is so frustrating for us to not understand. We make up answers of our own. We complete the gray areas with our own colors. We truly cannot handle having a drawing with blank spaces. And as harsh as it may sound, we will never be able to know another person fully. I would have a few examples about the couples I've coached, with one of them being the mind reader of the other, acting very surprised when the negative expectation turned into a very positive and heartwarming result and experience. Being disappointed in someone basically means that reality didn't meet our expectations. It would also be imperative we would work on building self-esteem of this lady, self-confidence, self-worth, and above all, self-love. Because her mom is a mirror reflecting parts of her consciousness back to her. If she thinks she's bad and not lovable, she has probably never worked on unconditional self-love and reconnecting back and reintegrating the soul parts that got split off due to past traumatic experiences. Listening to my intuition, I would decide if I told her that I believed in reincarnation and that souls choose their parents to fulfill their purpose and learn specific life lessons. Further down the line, we would definitely work on self-awareness and trigger identification. I would teach her tools and techniques like EFT tapping and breath work to stop anxiety in its tracks. Probably there would be more limiting beliefs popping up during our work, and we would need to transform them into healthy beliefs. I would teach techniques on how to invalidate these outdated beliefs and integrate the new healthy ones. What's also important to know about anxiety is that it can't exist in the present moment. Anxiety arises when we are worrying about the outcome of a situation. We have expectations again, and we are trying to control almost everything in life because feeling safe is our highest priority. Letting go and letting God requires faith, and faith requires courage. Having courage means going through a dark tunnel and knowing we will be greeted by light at the end of it. So it might seem to be a long and painful journey, but in the end, it's worth it. I remember times myself when my healing journey really was very messy and painful. Coming home from self-development workshops with swollen eyes from crying and fighting my demons. But inside, I felt joyous and lighter than ever before with every victory I achieved. And with every burden I unloaded, freedom became more than just a word, but a feeling of excitement for our life's adventures and the birth of an inner drive to become unstoppable in living my purpose. So for myself, I know for sure why my soul chose my parents. The physical abuse, the loneliness, and the feeling of not belonging and not being loved. Without the trauma, I would probably not be a coach with a mission to heal trauma and anxiety worldwide. I had to go through all of it to be able to guide people through the healing process. I had to learn all the different tools and techniques to develop a new kind of therapy, combining them to reach the most powerful, transformative, and healing potency. I very much wish for this young woman that she decides to reach out for help, to reclaim her power, bring out her natural inborn strengths, and reawaken her birthright. I'm sending her love, light, peace, and blessings. Namaste, namaste. Peace and love always start with us. Remember, you deserve to break free and live your magic.